do pass on this bill.
Thank you, Ms. LaBar. Calling Charles Jones. I really appreciate people staying within the allotted time. We very much appreciate that in the interest of fairness to all. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Chairman. My name is Charles Jones. This is my first time addressing a legislative committee, so
welcome.
Please be patient. Thank you.
We're usually the ones asking people to be patient with us, so please don't worry.
Oh, great. Well, just by way of introduction, I am an attorney up in Athens. I'm the former president of Athens Area Right to Life, and when I was at UGA Law School, which is in fact the best law school in the state.
I see your time has expired.
No, but when I was at UGA, I was co-president of UGA Pro-Life, and it should come as no surprise from that introduction that I support the bill. And first, of course, I'd like to say how very proud I am of my representative, Honorable Doug McKillop, for bringing this issue to the forefront. My comments today will just be a little bit different, if it's okay. Instead of just reiterating the points that my representative made so well, I would like to use my time to sort of refute an argument that has been raised against the bill by some members of the committee and the public. Is that permissible?
We're here to listen to whatever you have to say.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, I've been troubled from some reports of commentary from some members of the committee and the public. So let me just start by saying that I believe abortion is a men's issue as well. I'm going to say that again because I don't think it gets said nearly enough, that abortion is a men's issue as well. There have been some commentaries in newspapers from the Atlanta Journal-Constitution about people objecting to men being heard in the discussion, to the fact that the majority of the legislators are male. Well, I'm going to suggest to you, of course, I mean, the reason that abortion is a men's issue as well is because, I mean, I'm not telling you anything that you don't already know. It takes two to make a baby. Every unborn child and every aborted child who's killed is the child of a man as well, of some father. And, I have brought, I'm not going to read all this to you, but I would just like to share with you that men mourn the loss of their unborn children. There have been numerous studies. Really, psychologists are only beginning to understand the impact of this on fathers. And from some of the studies that have been done, we see depression among 82%. Some of the words that have been used to describe men who have lost their children to abortion, to describe their feelings: anxiety, helplessness, guilt, responsibility, regret. 72% disagreed that abortion is easy for men and that they have lingering or disturbing thoughts about it. Many report a longing for their unborn baby or thinking about the child that might have been. Just going on, delayed grief reactions, fear, anxiety, tension, depression again, guilt, failure, very, very terrible trauma. Just not to be repetitive on that, I suppose the whole thrust of my commentary on this is that men have a dog in this fight too, so to speak. And I think that it is one of the duties, and in fact one of the great privileges of our shared profession, is to speak up on behalf of those who don't have a voice. For example, Theo Purrington, who gives a very powerful testimony about when his baby was killed against his will, against his wishes. In fact, I was just speaking just this week regarding a young man up in Maine whose baby was scheduled to be aborted actually today, Friday, maybe as we speak. And I'm not sure that anybody in this room really comprehends how difficult, how heart-wrenching it is for someone to know that their child is going to be killed or is being killed and that there's nothing that they can do about it. and to be told that they're irrelevant or that they have no right to speak up, no voice at all. And so I strongly urge that, of course I urge you to pass on this, but specifically in the debate, I would encourage everyone to understand the male perspective with respect to abortion, understand that it's a men's issue too. I encourage all of the committee members not to be intimidated into thinking that this is only a woman's issue, because it isn't. Just let us please, these people, the young man in Maine I was referencing and Theo, really did not have any voice in that abortion room. Right or wrong, they just there was nothing that they could do, nothing that they could say. I urge you to let them and us have a voice here in this committee and in our House of Representatives. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Jones.
If there are any questions, I'll be around.
Thank you very much. Call on Dan Becker.